Michael Jordan won a championship. He won 6 in 15 years. He won a championship 2 out of every 3 years. Think about that. So I'm sorry. He won a championship every 2.5 years.
Right.
So every 3 seasons, he was raising up the Larry O'Brien trophy. You know, I mean, he did it 6 straight, essentially. But still. And Rob, let's keep it real. 2 of those seasons, I mean, if people want to get technical, LeBron was hurt some of the years in LA. Okay. But I would say two of Jordan's seasons, Rob, the second year he came back with like 18 games left or 17 left.
You can't even count that as a season. Right. I'm dead serious. You can't.
And and then he came back from baseball.
Right.
And played like 18 games and they got
those are 2 seasons.
Those
Chris.
are 2 seasons. So
right.
he had 11 seasons with the Bulls, like 11 full seasons with the Bulls, and won 6.
That's more than half.
More than half. And like you said, LeBron is 4 in 19 years at this point.
And if he plays 3 or 4,
if they don't win it this year, he's winning it 1 out every 5 years. Jordan won twice as many, you know, according to the math. You know what I'm saying? In terms of per year, right? He's winning them every 2.5 years. LeBron's winning them every 5 years if he doesn't win it this year. But I'm just objectively looking at it, Rob. He did not dominate the NBA, not close to the way Jordan did. He just didn't. I mean, individually, Jordan led the league in 13 times in a category, Rob. 10 times in scoring, 3 times in steals. LeBron's led in 2 categories. Twice, like once in scoring and once in assists. We talked about the winning. Remember when LeBron had the great run in the East and he got to the finals 8 straight years? He locked the East down. The East belonged to him. Problem is Michael Jordan did that with the whole league. Jordan was a better defender.
Yes.
Played defensive player of the year, 9-time all defensive team. LeBron 6-time. I mean, best player in the league, arguably, on both sides of the floor. At least at one year, he was definitely that. MVP and DPO. Wow.
In sports, debates never end. Who's the best scorer, the toughest defender, or the longest-lasting player? But when it comes to the biggest question of all, the greatest of all time, the world unites behind one name, Michael Jordan. As Chris Broussard once said, LeBron James never truly dominated the NBA like Jordan did. That's not an opinion, it's a reality check. LeBron's greatness lies in longevity, durability, and consistency. But Jordan, he transcended all of that. He didn't just play in the NBA, he ruled it. Jordan turned the league into his personal kingdom, suffocating the competition and leaving legends like Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Patrick Ewing, and Reggie Miller without rings. LeBron's resume shines with 8 straight finals runs, but look closer and you'll see the cracks, a weaker Eastern Conference and finals losses that dim his aura. Jordan's reign, by contrast, was pure dominance, simple, ruthless, and absolute. Michael Jordan didn't just dominate, he owned the entire league. From New York to Indiana, Phoenix to Utah, Seattle to Portland, every contender's dream vanished the moment number 23 stepped on the court. That's the difference between being a regional king and a global emperor. When people say GOAT, they are not sparking a debate, they are stating a fact. Jordan isn't part of the conversation, he ends it. The stats tell the story louder than words. In just 11 full seasons with the Bulls, Jordan won 6 championships, a staggering 54% title rate. Every 2.5 years, he lifted another trophy like clockwork. That's not just success, that's inevitability. LeBron, meanwhile, has played 19 seasons for 4 titles, averaging 1 every 5 years. The longer he plays, the wider the gap grows. History doesn't reward longevity, it honors dominance. Greatness isn't measured by how long you chase, but by how often you catch. And Jordan caught everything, in bursts of pure supremacy, with 2 separate three-peats, a feat matched only by Shaq and Kobe's Lakers. LeBron had his moment in Miami, but it never reached that level of perfection. LeBron James had the deck stacked in Miami with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, 2 Hall of Fame talents right beside him. Yet instead of a three-peat, he walked away with 2 titles in 4 tries. The 2011 finals against Dallas still lingers as one of the biggest superstar collapses in NBA history, an open door to greatness that he simply let close. Michael Jordan, on the other hand, never flinched. 6 trips to the finals. 6 championships. 6 finals MVPs. No collapses. No excuses. No Game 7s. Just perfection when the lights were brightest. That's the gap. LeBron's legacy is built on accumulation, piling up numbers, records, and years. Jordan's legacy is built on concentration, peak dominance in its purest form. One is impressive, the other is untouchable. Jordan didn't just win more efficiently, he doubled LeBron's success rate, delivering under pressure every single time. LeBron fans love to shout 8 straight finals, but getting there isn't the same as owning it, because while LeBron ruled the East, Jordan ruled the entire NBA. LeBron's grind was admirable, carrying weak Cavs teams, joining stars in Miami, pushing deep every season. But when June came around, it ended the same way too often: losses, sweeps, collapses. Jordan never let that happen, because true greatness doesn't chase, it conquers. LeBron James ruled one side of the map, but Michael Jordan ruled the entire world. Jordan's dominance wasn't limited or conditional, it was absolute. He suffocated every challenger across the league. The Knicks crushed, the Pacers denied, Barkley's Suns beaten, Drexler's Blazers folded. Malone and Stockton tried twice and failed twice. Even a young Shaq couldn't rise beneath Jordan's shadow. That's the difference. LeBron's rule came with conditions, Jordan's came with consequences. Just look at the Hall of Famers left ringless because 23 existed: Ewing, Miller, Barkley, Malone, Stockton, Mutombo. More than 10 legends who never tasted a title simply because Jordan stood in the way. It wasn't because the East was weak or the road was easy. It was because Jordan was the wall. Meanwhile, LeBron's finals record tells another story. Dallas in 2011, San Antonio in 2007 and 2014, Golden State in 2018. Those weren't dynasties he destroyed. They were dynasties that destroyed him. And that's exactly why Chris Broussard's words hit like a final verdict. LeBron never dominated the league the way Jordan did. His reign was regional, Jordan's was global. When LeBron made the finals, the question was, can he win? But when Jordan made it, everyone knew how he would win. That's the gulf between greatness and godlike dominance. And if stats are the measure, Jordan's numbers tell it all. 13 seasons leading major categories, 10 scoring titles, 3 steals titles. Proof that when 23 played, the entire league bowed. Year after year, the NBA crown belonged to Michael Jordan until he willingly stepped away. LeBron James, after nearly 2 decades, has just 2 league titles to his name, one for scoring and one for assists. That's not a small detail. It's the clearest contrast between domination and participation. Jordan didn't just play in the NBA, he owned it. Every season, defenders knew who the scoring king would be. Every season, passing lanes trembled under his anticipation. He ruled both ends of the floor, collecting awards like a monarch adding gems to his crown. LeBron's greatness has always come through accumulation, records built by time, not terror. Jordan didn't need time, he needed opportunity, and when he got it, he left no room for anyone else to breathe. That's why analysts like Broussard and Parker never hesitate. Jordan wasn't just the best, he was the benchmark. LeBron never defined an era through dominance. Jordan did, statistically and spiritually. 10 scoring titles, Defensive Player of the Year, multiple MVPs, regular season and finals alike. His resume doesn't whisper greatness, it shouts supremacy. LeBron's stats fill record books. Jordan's fill history itself, and history remembers legends longer than numbers. And when LeBron fans claim Jordan faced a weaker league, they forget the truth. He ruled the most punishing era in basketball history, where defense bruised, contact wasn't called, and every point was earned. Today's game is skillful, yes, but softened, built on step backs, gathers, and whistles. Jordan dominated when toughness wasn't optional, it was survival. All the flashy dribble moves, fancy step backs, and lenient calls fans adore today, those would have been impossible in Michael Jordan's era. Back then, defenders had real weapons, hand checks, forearms, elbows, and full contact defense on every possession. As Chris Broussard said, if today's players had to deal with a hand in their chest or a shove off their line, half those highlight plays would vanish. That was the battlefield Jordan ruled. The GOAT debate doesn't lean his way, it collapses under his dominance. In Jordan's time, there was no free space, no easy glide up the court. You fought through arms, bodies, and bruises just to reach the rim. Every point was earned in blood and sweat. And look at who he conquered, legends stacked across every roster. Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Karl Malone, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller. all Hall of Famers, all denied glory because Jordan stood in their path. Meanwhile, LeBron's finals losses came against modern super teams, built in a friendlier, star-driven system. Jordan didn't face systems, he faced giants. His league wasn't watered down, it was war. And he didn't just survive it, he ruled it. The 1990s were basketball's golden age, a time when every possession felt like a chess match and nearly every team had a future Hall of Famer ready to battle. The Knicks brought brutality, the bad boy Pistons brought violence, the Jazz played with surgical precision, and the Pacers fought with relentless grit, and Michael Jordan conquered them all. LeBron James has thrived in an era built for offense, spacing, three-point explosions, and star protection rules tailor-made for scorers. But Jordan, he dominated in an era designed to stop him, and still rose above it. So when people claim LeBron faced tougher competition, they forget that Jordan's rivals weren't just skilled. They were warriors, Hall of Famers with fists, elbows, and sheer force, all left ringless because of him. That's where the real divide begins, consensus versus controversy. LeBron is respected, and rightfully so. But Jordan was worshipped. He didn't just earn admiration, he commanded it. His greatness wasn't debated, it was declared. The very legends who faced his fury, who absorbed his jumpers and his defense firsthand, almost unanimously called him the greatest ever. No discussions about versatility, no talk of longevity, just one word that defined him, undeniable.